Alright, I'm back, and today I'm now going to show you how to adhere things together with these and kind of the difference between the epoxy paste and the epoxy sculpt when you're adhering surfaces together. So I'm going to use these same ones that I used for examples before. They are not cured, they're still soft and pliable. I can still mess with both sides. And I'm just going to take this board that I was messing with and I'm going to adhere the surfaces opposite together so you can see when it's all cured it's going to be nice and firm in there. It doesn't really matter which side is which, but however you want to do that. So I'm just going to pretend that we're starting from scratch here. I'm going to take some paste, I'm going to adhere my surface. It doesn't matter if this is pretty or super smooth because we're just adhering surfaces together. And I'm going to take some epoxy sculpt, some unmixed stuff. This is not the best example. Let's see. And then I'm going to take my surfaces and I'll just, well, I'll go opposite so you get a good adhesion on both of them. So there you go. You can see how the sculpt, I have to really work into the side here. See, when I press down, see if I can get a good angle here, I can move it around. I have to push it up on the edge though. Here's another good example for it versus the epoxy paste. See how it just kind of cupped it right in there. Boom, just like that. It already gripped the side. I don't even have to do anything if I don't want to. Just go like that. Brush up on the edge. These pieces, they're not coming apart. So anyhow, it's already on there pretty tight. If it were something heavy, I wouldn't do this even for an example, but it's going to take 24 hours for this to cure. Probably by morning it'll be just fine to mess with and play with, sand it out, add more to it, start building onto it, whatever you want to do. But there you go. It's great, another great use for epoxy paste. And it's still a good use for epoxy sculpt if what you want is to sculpt it and mold it right away, like if I were using two popsicle sticks and I wanted to put them together and I wanted to have shape to the end of it. Here's a good example. So I just want to make it, say, a ring or a donut. So I'm going to put these two around here, and if what I want to do is adhere them so I can shape them around this popsicle stick when it's cured, like that, for example, and build onto it. That's a great use for it. Super easy, two pieces, no problem. Now if I were to do that with the paste, well, let's see if I can open this a little bit. I'd be sticking the paste in here, and it's going to be a gooey mess. And this is where this is not a great use for the product because, as you can see, I can't really shape it yet. I can later on, but this would be a great surface coverage. And now this is going to stick to whatever I put down on. This is probably not. So there's another good example of adhering things together and why you might use one product over the other. Both great for different purposes.